Hi, Sagittarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watcher. Today, we're going to ask our spirit guides and angels what's next in love, what's coming your way, any loving energy that spirit wants you to know. So please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that has come into your life. Let's see what our spirit guides have for us, what our cards are saying today. It's a fully channeled message. Take with you what connects to you. Leave the rest for everybody else. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you want us to know at this time? If you found this message, there's probably a reason you're here. Let's see what those messages are. Let's see. I am listening for you now, Spirit. Boundless affection. Express boundless affection through physical touch and verbal affirmation, holding hands, hug often, tell your partner how much you love and appreciate them. Affection is important. You know, we're human. We want to be touched. We're communal. We want to be in a community of people. We're not meant to be alone. We're not meant to not touch others, hug, put our hand on somebody, shake hands, eye contact, be in a group of people close, sit on a couch next to somebody. We are, you know, animals and animals want to be connected. So absolutely, this feeling of affection, we all have been with somebody who doesn't show a lot of affection, and if you're an affectionate person, it's uncomfortable. If you're a hugger and you go to hug somebody and they're like stiff, you're like, ew. You know, I'm a big hugger. I hug everybody. So, you know, it's affection is important. A loyal commitment. Hello, sign me up, Spirit. Demonstrate loyalty by being faithful and devoted. Make your partner feel secure by prioritizing your relationship and showing consistent love and support. You know, it sounds easy, but how many of us have been hurt? How many of us have been burnt? Commitment doesn't even have to be a marriage. It just has to be, I'm committed to you, you know, I'm faithful to you. I don't want to be with anybody else. The thought of wanting to be with somebody else is gross, and I would never hurt you that way. It would hurt you so much. I couldn't do that to you. So that is what we're talking about. That is what we're manifesting. That is what we are asking Spirit for. We want that. I have enduring patience. Okay. I'm going to say your person is patient. How about that? How about the person who is supportive through very difficult challenges? How about the person who, they're saying we have a long time to go. We have a long way to go. So we could be, have many, many years ahead of us, regardless of your age. And we don't have to rush things. There's no finish line. So there's a sense of, I have all the patience in the world, you know, like whatever it takes to get to where we both want to be. Yeah, so there's a sense of we don't have to rush things. It doesn't mean they're slowing it down because they don't want to be with you. It's a little bit more of the person who, instead of rushing through a meal, they kind of sit back and relax and spend time eating their food, you know. So it's just, I want to take my time in this connection because we have all the time in the world and we have this whole life ahead of us. And I feel like that's something we talk about, this feeling of a whole life ahead. Yeah, you know, there's just years and years, and look at all we could do. Let's see what our cards are saying. I have a moon. I have a 2 of swords. I have a King of Cups. And I have a Queen of Swords. I have to tell you, a couple things really jumped out at me. First of all, this King of Cups really made an impression on me, because it's one little bird drinking out of his hands. And it really was an I choose you. I hold you dearly in my hand. I hold you dearly in my heart. Not that you're a little bird, but you're delicate and they're gentle with you and you're important to them. But it was more of a, I hold you dearly. I'm endearing to you. So that felt really beautiful. The Two of Swords was more of a path. It was more of that I have a couple of roads. Like you can see, if you look closely at this card, there's almost like a little bit of a line headed to each of those flowers that are blooming in the middle of nowhere, like in a desert. That these two choices are blooming. I've had time to reflect on these choices. I've had time to decide. I've made a decision, I would say, with that Queen of Swords. I would say that that's you. I would say that you look at this king and you say to yourself, is this person going to appreciate me? Is this person going to be a lasting love? Or is it just temporary to get what they want? I feel like that's where the reflection is coming in. And then I feel like we are able to move ahead with, yes, I can give them my heart. Yes, I can invest in this person. Something along those lines. Yeah, I have a chariot. He's slaying dragons. I will slay a dragon. Okay. Spirit, what else do you have for us? I will slay a dragon. I love that. Six of Cups. I have an awakening. And let's see. And I have a Justice card. So I have a Judgment. I have a Justice card and a Chariot. So I've got a couple of big major arcana cards here. I'm pushing forward. I feel like I'm pushing forward with truth. I really do. I feel like I am seeing this person very clearly. So if you are asking yourself, is this is the person who's in front of me, is this who they really are? Okay. Or am I going to find out down the road that this is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? Is this person going to hurt me? Spirit just said. So that's crossing somebody's mind. We could say that about anybody. We all have the potential to be hurt. Okay. But we also have the potential to love again, is how Spirit just said it. So do I roll the dice on being in love again, or do I walk away because somebody could hurt me again? No. We roll the dice. A message of love. I am thinking about you. I love it. I am thinking about you every day. Every day and night, I am thinking about you. So that song, Day and Night, Frank Sinatra, I'm old, night and day. So yeah, I can't get you off my mind. I have put a lot of thought into us. I'm feeling I want to move forward. Okay. So if you are entering into something and you're kind of weighing the pros and cons and you're trying to see where will this go, I would say be all in. I wouldn't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I wouldn't want them to do that either. And I feel like we are going to make a decision together that we have all the time in the world and that we have all this time ahead of us. And that's what we're excited about, is we can make it whatever we want it to be. So I feel like that's something we talk about. An illusion. I want to be quiet right now, but you are always on my mind. Little bit of I want to make sure that this isn't a fantasy in my head. I don't want to make it into something bigger. They're saying, look at the person's actions, look at the words that they're saying, look at their behaviors, look at their past. how many different relationships have they had? They've been married 5 times. Do you want to be the 6th spouse? You know, like, why are they married and divorced 5 times would be a huge red flag. So it's a little bit of I just want to make sure I know what I'm getting into. But I think that that's all okay. I mean, I feel like you have to go through that process. I have faith. I have faith and hope in this connection. And I am willing to give it my all. Okay. And I think sometimes that's what it takes. And I'm going to say in our connection, because it takes 2. It's not like just you have faith and hope. They have to have faith and hope that this is going to work, and we're going to make it work, and we're going to enjoy the journey, and we're going to, go forward. Bottom of the deck, transparency. That felt like a promise. It felt like there's nothing that I am going to hold back. It could be one of those people that they're not good liars. They're not a liar, so they're not good at lying. And you see right through them because you could be very intuitive. You can read them very well. You're like, something's up. Your BS radar screen is, beeping. They're not a good liar, so therefore I don't think they're going to be a liar. I don't think they're lying to you. So I'm going to put that on the back burner. That's not something you have to worry about in this connection. I have a house. I have a beautiful house, the number 20. You could be really impressed with their house. That I love your house. I love something about your house. I love the property. I love your garden. I love the backyard. I love the location. Could be an apartment, condo, townhouse, doesn't matter. But I love where you live. So you could be impressed with that it's clean. The laundry's done. There's no food in the sink. Good stuff. Distance horizons. This is a ship set sail up in the this is kind of floating. The number 36. Little bit of a fairy tale energy there. A little bit of I don't know where this love is going to take us. I don't have all the answers. I think that's probably realistic, but I'm willing to get in that ship and go. I have judication. I feel one of you or both of you have been divorced already, so that could be something that we talk about. That could be something that's difficult. It's part of our stories. Maybe it's what brings you together. You have that in common. You both went through the same kind of experiences. And I have a marriage. This could be a second marriage for somebody. Okay. It could be that, both of us were married, before, but it doesn't mean that we're not open to a second marriage. For whatever reason. So for some of you, or for one side or the other, it could be a second marriage. But I do feel like let's give this a try. Let's see where this goes while we're kind of, getting to know each other. So down the road would be a commitment. What did they say? A loyal commitment. Not only will it last, but it will be loyal. That's important. I have a 7 of Cups. I have a 3 of Wands. Magician. And I have a 3 of Swords. So it's a feeling of let's talk about all that we want. Let's talk about our hopes and dreams. Let's talk about where do you see yourself someday? Okay. And then it's a feeling of please don't break my heart, because I really love you and I'm really falling for you. And I want those things with you, and the other person looks at you and says, what makes you think I want my heart broken? So we both are risking our heart. It's not one-sided. Okay. If we're both talking about our hopes and dreams and we're both talking about a future together and we both start to feel like there's an us, then we both have the risk. I have a Knight of Cups. They're strategically planning their next move. They are ready to move forward. I also feel like they were very bright. I think that chess players have a very high level of intelligence. I think it's a difficult game to play right. So I do feel like somebody who would be very bright and intelligent. I have a Page of Cups. That felt just something very simple that they say, I have feelings for you too. Okay, so maybe it's not an I love you in the beginning, but it's I care about you. I really like being with you. I'm really, enjoying being together. So I'm going to say the feelings are real. Okay. And I have an Eight of Cups. And if in the event I'm not happy or you're not happy and we both have given it an effort, I feel like just tell me, okay? Don't just walk out of my life. That felt like a conversation. Don't just, say I don't want to do this one day and let me know why. Let me know if it's something that we could work on. Let me know if it's something that would change, and if it's not going to change, let's be adults about it and part ways, respectfully if we had to do that. I have a Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of my deck, so that felt like respect me, respect my work, respect my accomplishments. Don't talk down to me. Don't belittle me. You're not going to be better than I am. I have to be with my equal, because if this is a true queen, this person is strong. So that could be you, that could be them. So we're looking for an equal as well. So I think that that's important. Not that you would be with somebody that talks down to you, but it's something that you wouldn't be willing to accept. It's something that you just say, I'm not doing this. Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Spirit, can I have just a couple of clues? Let's see what they have for you. I have the letter P. Loyal. Loyal is the word of the day. A loyal commitment. A loyal and lasting. I'm going to say it that way. Because that I feel like that's something I'm manifesting. I have the letter D. I have funny. They make you laugh. I'm having a good time. I feel the spiritual connection. They're spiritual. I love your hair. That's important. I think maybe it's the first thing you notice about them. They have great hair. I want to run my fingers through your hair. I have the letter T. I have an E, I have an O, W, I have a scar. Does somebody have a scar? And I have the letter F. So just a handful of clues. Spirit, what will be some of the feelings in this connection? What is it that you want us to walk away with? Spirit's saying it will take time to get there, but I do feel like it will be worth the investment in time. So this is somebody I wouldn't feel like I'm wasting my time with, for sure. But I do feel like up front I put a lot of thought into, is this somebody that I want to be with? You could break my heart. We're both battling with, we both are taking the risk. So know that. It's not just one-sided. You both could have a broken heart. Just run away with me. I want to take you away. Sometimes you feel like you just want to fast forward through the hard stuff and just be settled into a relationship that's working and happy. But you're also giving up the fun stuff. You're giving up all the first kiss, the first time you make love, the first dinner, the first time you meet the families. So don't rush things. Enjoy every stage. It's like watching a baby grow. Every stage is fun. Every year is exciting. So just enjoy every stage of it. You're so beautiful. Absolutely. But I feel like they see the real you. You're beautiful inside and out. And I have you give me butterflies. I'm excited about this connection. They had shared with us this feeling of, I want to keep it new in the beginning. I want to, and there are people out there who, I call it the perpetual honeymoon, that they're so in love with each other and they could be on year 10 and they still feel like they just started. And I adore those couples because they're just enjoying each other and having fun and enjoying the fact that they found each other. And that's going to happen to all of you. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com. And we'll see you all again real soon.